Adam Silver, how much did you pay Tony Brothers for game 2? How many fouls were the Knicks quota? We all saw what you did or tried to do, but it didn't work. All you did was prevent a blowout from happening, but you couldn't stop the Knicks from winning. Sucks to be you. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. We have a goal of trying to reach 40,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content, please hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. NBA tried to rob the Knicks. I didn't think it could get much worse with the officiating than I saw in game 1. But the NBA, they proved me wrong again. Game 2 was by far one of the worst officiated games I have ever seen. It was blatantly obvious who the NBA wanted to win that game. You know it's bad when articles are being written about it. Shout out to Sports Illustrated for giving us this following information. According to them, the Knicks may have a true ref problem on their hands in the NBA Finals. The opening tilt against the Spurs featured plenty of officiating controversy. Though there was hope, a new crew and how things played out in Game 1 would cause a course of correction. Instead, New York's questionable whistle on both ends continued in Game 2 and was arguably even worse than Wednesday night, following 2 contests that have now unfolded with a heavy San Antonio leaning from the refs. It's difficult to write this off as a non-issue for the Knicks. None of the officials who worked Game 1 were part of Game 2's crew. Yet, it didn't matter. Once again, there were head-scratching calls on specific plays, discrepancies in the box score, and in general, Spurs' heavy feel when it came to fouls. Let's break this down even further. Let's look at the stats. First, there's the pure stats. San Antonio once again shot more free throws, 27, than New York, 21. And Spurs star Victor Wembanyama led all players in attempts. In addition, New York didn't shoot a single free throw in the second half until the 2-minute, 37-second mark in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the Spurs earned 9 tries from the line over the same span. That kind of difference is one that can keep a team in it or even decide a game that comes down to a bucket like Game 2 did. I like the stats, but now it's time to get to the actual plays. Let's talk about it. Shout out to Sports Illustrated once again for giving us this following information. According to them, then there's the actual way things transpired on the court. This shows up in the little details, like New York's phantom backcourt violation in the first half, and San Antonio big man Luke Kornet kicking a loose ball to help him get possession late in the game that went uncalled. But wait, there's more. It also shows up in the bigger moments, like when Karl Anthony Towns was called for an offensive foul late in the contest, his 4th of the night too, despite being grabbed by Spurs Steph Castle. But wait, there's more. There was also De'Aaron Fox being allowed to get in Jalen Brunson's face down the stretch. Brunson being called for a foul for touching Castle's hair on a closeout, and Josh Hart getting a flagrant one for his trip in the first half, when it could have been made a lesser foul. But let's talk about one of the worst calls in the game. Mitchell Robinson's technical foul against Wemby. Mitchell Robinson got tagged with a technical foul for a dust-up with Wembanyama, where in most cases, it would either be both players getting texts or simply no call. You want to know how I know that this was one of the worst calls in the entire game? Because the NBA, they recently admitted it. They reviewed the tape and they saw this really wasn't anything. And you know what they did? They rescinded the technical foul. But did they rescind the free throw that was taken because of the technical foul? Let me think about that. No. Shout out to NBA insider Steve Popper for giving us this following information. According to him, Mitchell Robinson's technical foul against Wemby at the 4-minute, 56-second mark of the second quarter in Game 2 of the NBA Finals has been rescinded upon league review. That makes sense because it was a ridiculous call. We have even NBA insiders admitting what we all know. Message for Adam Silver. Get your hand out of Tony Brothers' pocket and start calling these games down the middle like you should. If that was the case, we would be talking about blowouts right now. What's the matter? Blowouts not good enough for ratings? You need more ratings? You make me sick. Tony Brothers makes me sick. You're not stopping this, Adam. You can't stop New York from winning, no matter what you do. And shout out the channel sponsor, FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on who's going to win Game 3 of the NBA Finals on Monday between the Knicks and the Spurs. And as you can see there by the money line, the Knicks are the slight favorites at -132, while the Spurs are at +112. New York is only 2.5 favorites in this game. So in Game 1, the Spurs are 4.5 favorites. In Game 2, they're 6.5 favorites. But New York, they have won 13 straight games. Hottest team in the NBA. Just beat the Spurs back-to-back in their home arena, on their home floor. Now they're going back to MSG, on the Knicks' home floor, where New York has been dominant all postseason long. And the Knicks are only favored by 2.5? Are you kidding me? This is outrageous, ridiculous. Why aren't the Knicks 6.5 favorites? What? Wemby's going to go off, have a magical game? The Spurs are going to magically do better? The refs are going to call it even more in favor of the Spurs? I'm just trying to understand why the odds look like this. Because in my opinion, the Knicks should be favored by 10 points. That's how good they've been. That's how bad the Spurs have been. And the Knicks are home on their home court. Why is it like this? I know why. I answer my own questions. It's the Knicks. It's the Knicks. Of course they're going to be rated like this. Of course they're going to be seen like this. They're going to be looked at like this until they win it all, shut everything down, and let everybody know. If you doubted us, if you didn't believe in us, if you were talking trash against us, now, what are you going to say? Absolutely nothing. 2 more wins, and the Knicks will be immortalized in greatness. Don't worry, guys. We're not getting our credit right now, but I promise you, in 2 more wins, the entire NBA will recognize just how good this Knicks team is. They won't have any choice because when Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and this Knicks team is raising the Larry O'Brien trophy all the way above their heads, they won't be able to say anything. But what about you guys? What do you think about the NBA and their questionable whistles on both ends of the floor for New York in Game 2 like it was in Game 1? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. Remember, you can find the Knicks Recap podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, obviously YouTube, or wherever else you get your pods. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, and write a review on those platforms. I truly appreciate your support. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.